Little question and answer. As everybody knows, I live 5 miles from a library, and I live up on Shiloh Road. Long ways, you know. Anyway, what's the fastest I've ever rode a bike 5 miles? One time, now my smartphone, the clock on it is very accurate. All smartphones have a clock. And so when I turn the screen off, not phone off, when I put it on, screensaver, there's a big LED clock on my smartphone. So one day I looked at the time, and I quickly put my smartphone back in my pocket, and I quickly started pedaling the bike. It's not that bike. This bike here I got in March, but it was a different bike. Anyway, when I got to the library, this parking lot, as I let my wheel touch this to officially stop, I quickly took my phone out to look at the time. Now, as I took my smartphone out, sorry for the noise. As I took my smartphone out, the digit had just changed. So, 1 second going in your pocket and 1 second bringing my phone out. So it was 17 minutes. So technically 16 minutes and 58 seconds, give or take a second, because like I say, it takes just a moment to get in your pocket and pull your phone out. And of course, now the button on this is on the back of my phone. So I click on the screen on and looked at my time, or look at the time. And it was 17 because it flipped over. But like I said, technically 16 minutes and 58 seconds. That's not too bad for a 5 mile bike ride, is it? Now, a lot of people think that if you're a good cyclist, you ain't got no health problems. Well, I sweat too much. Now, I don't want to sound gross here. I don't sweat just normally sweating. But if it's real hot out, sun, it's real cool. We got a cool front come through. It feels real good, just windy. I mean, I just don't. If I was going on a date with a girl, I don't sweat like that. No. But if it's real humid, well, I've had 30 people telling me, Greg, you sweat too much. I hope you can hear me over that wind. So I got to go to the doctor. Now, the only thing, riding a bike obviously strengthens your cardiovascular, your heart's a hollow muscle, makes your heart stronger, and your back, it works your back when you ride a bike, pedal a bike, and of course your legs. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have health problems. A lot of people don't understand that. I know of a guy that has cancer that's still riding. But what cycling does, it puts a law of average in your favor. Mathematical odds say I'll survive. Now, in an emergency, it really would pay off in an emergency situation. That's where riding a bike will really pay off. Hope you can hear me over this car getting ready to take off. Anyway, for example, if me and you get sick at the same time and we have to have an IV run in the emergency room, ER, law of average says I'll heal quicker than you will because, I've been cardiovascular. But, a lot of people say, you're going to get hit, you're going to get hit. Well, I've been riding for about 30 years. And I've been nicked, but I've never been hit by a car. And in 30, people call it, well, you're just lucky. Do you really call it lucky in 30 years? I don't think so. Well, I started riding 1988, I think. One of my first trips, though, one of my first long distance trips was actually in 1984. I went about 30 miles. Had a flat, had to call mom and dad. Didn't have a backpack. I didn't have a spare tire, so I had to call mom and dad. They had to come and pick me up. That was 1984. But I really I'm trying to remember the exact year. Rode some in Florida, 87. But my heavy riding didn't take effect about 88, 89. Now, hindsight's 2020. Do I wish I would start riding a bike properly. You got to have proper seat height, you know, handlebars, so forth, so on. I wish I'd started riding a bike when I was 18, to be honest about it. I was a little late getting going. Oh well. That's what happens when you don't know a lot about bike cycling. When you learn about it, it makes it more fun. But back to the time, 17 minutes. Technically, 16:57, 16:58. Give or take a second, half a second. Not bad, is it?